Alrighty, 1998 Ford Range 3.0 liter V6 four-wheel drive manual transmission. This is the floor patch repair paint job here. I'm using I use glass cleaner spray away to just basically clean the surface, and I'm going to be going in here using this Rust-oleum Farm Implement International Harvester Red heavy duty weather resistant rust preventative formula added. Anyway, good tip for you is here on this nozzle there's a little black dot. If you line up that black nozzle with the tip, sometimes the paint will go in a direction you want it to go a little bit better, and it seems to flow out better. So anyway, like I said, I prepped the surface with the glass spray away. So there you got it there. And in day 8, you would have saw me applying the adhesive Evercoat seam sealer. Well, today I'm going to finish up with, I'm going to do a light coat, tack coat, and just get it all done. And go ahead and we'll call it a day. So let's do some tack coat. I'm doing it here one-handed. Could put it on a stand, but I'm just gonna go with it. The main thing is surface preparation. I've come to find out in a lot of this, and a lot of the paint jobs that I do, the better surface preparation you have, the better the results. And you don't want to leave anything up to chance. Okay, you really don't. You go through all that work and all that effort to get a great superior product or finish, and then the results are less than what you want. A lot of it is because of preparation. I would always recommend getting a plan. Sometimes people go things half willy-nilly, and you know, you get what you get, right? But in my case, I've always prepared. Let it be an 8-step process, heck, 1-step process, but get a plan. In this case, the plan was, in terms of preparing for this project today, or if I will walk you through it really quick, I got some metal, created a template, and right now I'm just letting it dry for a couple of minutes while I'm talking here, because I might just go right into a second coat. I got a process. I got some metal. Said, alright, I did a measure to fit roughly. Then I said, alright, I'm gonna cut butt this metal in there. I mean, I laid the metal on top of the rust hole, and then I did a series of small tack welds around it. The old metal fell up underneath the rusted metal, and then I just continued process of laying that metal in there, and it butted up to the old hole, so I didn't have to measure cut it, okay, too precisely. And then from there, it was just going through getting to work. I created the rest of the patch, but did some fine measuring there. You would have saw them videos probably 2 and 3, or days 2 and 3. And then prior to all that, I should say, let me back it up one. I used a 40 grit grinding wheel to get off all the old rust. I want to get it to bare metal. All right, I want to find all that rust, and I use bare metal on that, on all that, on that grinding wheel. And then from there, like I said, I welded in, spot and tacked the patch itself, and then once I got that old metal out underneath, which eventually I would get to it, then I welded in the rest of the patch. I used a flux core 125 easy flux grinder on a 30 Vulcan core wire. Speeds on that flux welder was between B and C. And then the wire speed was probably about a 2. That's the voltage settings and wire settings. Anyway, I kept on going. Train kept moving all night long. And so where am I at? Welded in. And then I decided, well, I don't really care to bondo and do all that stuff. So, because it was not necessary at that point. Then I primered. I did about 3 coats of primer. I let it dry, maybe 5 minutes in between each coat. Did 3 to 4 coats underneath, 3 to 4 coats on top. And then I let it sit. I let it sit for a long time because I had a while to get back. I probably let it sit for a good maybe 2 weeks. As long as you got your stuff in primer, it ain't gonna rust away. Primer acts like a paint. I had that underneath the truck and I had no problems later on with adhesion. I just scuffed it up a little bit later with about 500 grit and then I put the adhesion down. I scuffed up the job itself, and then I scuffed up the welds using about 500 grit or whatever I had on hand just for adhesion of the actual Evercoat seam sealer. Let that scuff up, it says 30 minutes till you can paint it again. Again, time is always a factor in my world. I let that stuff stay on there for several days, just the adhesion itself, the Evercoat seam sealer. And then I've decided, oh, it's time to paint. Painted it again using this fine tractor red paint, and did several layers of 3 to 4 coats of that. Waited 24 hours total for it to cure before I even drove the vehicle, because I have other vehicles to drive. And practice makes perfect. Rinse, wash, repeat, and here I am today. Following the same process. I was actually doing, when I was filming this series, I was actually doing the top side and the bottom side at the same time, and just pretty much working off camera on some of the stuff, just the prep for the next video. I am the editor, the manager, and the director. Anyway. Alright, so I feel pretty good at that. I've been jawing a little bit. Let's get at her again. Alright. Doing it all in one step today. And you know what? If it don't work out the way you like it, in any of your painting, you can always strip it off and do it again. Alright, you can always strip it off with weather stripper, the grinding wheel, back down to 40 grit, and or whatever you need to do. Alright. Temperatures today is about 65 degrees, very low humidity. I didn't really do any work up there where the emergency pedal is. For those who are wondering, what's that 4th pedal? It's the emergency brake release on these old school style vehicles. So since I had paint, I just throw it up there anyway. I know I'll probably need to attend to the rest of the floor pan at a later century. And but for now, I'm focusing on here. Yep. Alrighty.
Good morning.
It's a good morning. Yeah. So we're just coming along here. That's like 2 coats. Let it tack up a little bit.
Kind of cool, a little nice breeze out.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day. Yes, it is. Yeah. Get a little bit of definition shot out on it. All right. And again, I didn't do any scientific painting here. I just kind of misted over the whole panel. Wasn't following no wet edge. This old gray carpet mat's gonna fall right over the top of it. And then one day, I'll put on I'm gonna re-upholster the floor should I keep the truck that long. Alright, let me try to get down in here. Going on a little bit heavier now. I got a tremendous amount of use out of this one can. I thought I would have been out of this can eons ago. But perhaps using light coats allowed this product to really flow out nice and even. And you know, I would say it's been a good expedient use or efficient use of using this can. Excuse me. And I would always recommend PPE, like a respirator, gloves if you have them. You're not, you know, and or whatever, but you want to protect your lungs. Yeah. Alrighty. So I did it all in one shot. First time ever filming, getting it all in one production shot. I'm gonna let this sit up for a probably good while. I had some other projects I wanted to get done, but I don't know. We'll see how long this dries up. Hopefully it won't take longer than 3 hours. The can says apply 2 more light coats a few minutes apart. More time to cool. Cooler temps, recoat within 1 hour or 48 hours. Dries a touch in 2 to 4 hours. So I don't know, it's about what, 8 o'clock in the morning right now, so hopefully by 10 a.m. I'll be trucking down the road in the Ford Ranger. Alright, so all intents and purposes, I am done with this project. I am done, D-U-N. Stick a fork in it, and there you go. Of course, I'm going to come back through and do an update, and maybe some touch up or something, and see where we go with it. Alrighty. So I would say that's it right there. If you're interested more in this series, you can follow it on the it's gonna say Ford Ranger driver's side, or Ford Ranger floor patch repair. And it's going to start with day 1. Day 1 started a couple of months ago, and what is it? I think I'm up to I think I said I'm up day 8. So yeah, we're at day 8. So you could say literally 8 days of work, but not 8 hours. I'm talking maybe an hour here, an hour there, and we could add up all the minutes. But it took me literally just 8 days to do all this with little bits of time. So with time management and with, like I said, a little bit of a plan, you can get it done too. Yes, you can. You just need a plan of action and mostly confidence. I have found mostly that confidence comes by doing. Courage overcomes fear. If that makes any sense to you. You get confident by doing, and if you make a mistake, learn from that mistake and reapply. That's been always what I've always done. How do I get a hard job started? Get a plan, work, keep working until it's done, and don't quit. And that's how a plan comes together. Man, that looks pretty cool. All factory red like that. Let's throw some more paint in there. I like that color. Because if I don't get to it, I else want to get it done today. That's alright. I got plenty of work to do. One thing I can do is I can work. And so can you. We are able. Alright, y'all. This is Abel here, Ablecraft. If I can do it, you can do it better. If I can do it, you can do it better. Hopefully this has been an encouragement to you guys. Just get out there and get some stuff done. Yeah, if anything, hopefully I can inspire you to get some stuff done. And if there's any knowledge I pass on to you, then it's probably my own experience and some of it is technical. But, oh man. Alright. Y'all have a great day. Have an Ablecraft day.